So the president points at you. How quickly after that did you know that like this had become a big deal?
I was driving home, and he jumped on his iPad.
Yes, I always go to the Great Awakening on Reddit. It's like my site for the Q. And somebody said to the guy with the Q cutout, Q's looking for you. And I guess Q did post while we were there. Trump pointed you out purposely. We had no clue. And then everybody's like, Q and half the world's looking for you. It's confirmed.
Yeah.
What's confirmed?
Confirmed that it's Trump. It's not him, but it's the Q team. And he validates it by doing those little things. Letting us know that, you know, he hears us and, you know, we're on the same, it's the Q movement team.
Is this a fun thing to know about, a fun thing to be a part of?
It's fun because things get revealed.
It's fun because we know before it's going to happen a lot of times. So think of it. When things are happening, we got a smirk on our face and go, Q told us. For instance, Q has told us at 4 a.m., media gets their talking points at 4 a.m. And that's how they start. So at 4 a.m., whatever the talking points is, then you look at all the media playing, and I don't know if you've seen that video with the media starts out with one, and they keep adding blocks, and before you know it, they're all saying the same thing.
I know this wasn't like a big drop, but this was just like an anonymous, which is part of the Q, Anon, had mentioned a couple months beforehand, said, can we just get proof from the president, you know, him to say something, like tip top or tippy top. And then Easter, a couple weeks later, he was up with the Easter Bunny. And everybody kept saying, follow the white rabbit. Now Trump's standing next to a white rabbit.
We keep it in tip-top shape. We call it sometimes tippy-top shape.
Let me ask you this. Before this Q thing came along, right, were you the kind of people who thought that like the Kennedy assassination story is wrong, or that like the moon landing was fake? I mean, are you guys people believe that things we hear are not true most of the time?
Okay, no, I don't believe in flat Earth and all that kind of stuff. No.
The moon thing I won't touch. The Kennedy thing. Listen, you got to ask yourself, what's the big secret? That's all you have to do is put common sense. You know.
So you're kind of conspiracy-minded person to begin with, and then Q came along?
No. Common sense minded.
Well, what does it mean? Like, what does it mean to you to have this in your life?
Okay, well, we can all admit that pretty much everybody knows the government is corrupt. Q, to me, is just showing that it's a lot more corrupt than we thought. Like, we're not talking just Obama, because we voted for Obama. Like, this stuff's been in the works.
Now what's happening is more and more people are obviously into this, right? I mean, I was at this rally last night. The T-shirts are everywhere. Your thing was mentioned at the White House press briefing today. It's everywhere. Q is now as mainstream as it's probably going to be for a while.
He mentioned that about 3 weeks ago.
What happens if Q attains all of its goals? What happens? What changes in America?
Corruption.
The corruption's going to become brought down.
So like a lot of people are going to be in jail?
Yes, I think when people are more awake and aware of what's going on, it won't be in shock. Because there's people who are following Q who kind of are already knowing what's behind the scenes, how bad things are with our government, how corrupt it's been for decades.
They can't put them all away because we'd have no government. That's how bad it is.
I guess my question is why, I mean, Trump is the president, and the Republicans run the entire government. So why does he need Q? Why can't he just tell the FBI to go arrest
Because then we would go into civil war. Everybody would be all in hysterics.
You got to use Republicans loosely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, Trump pretty much took over I'm a Republican, but I call myself a Trumpican.
Q is sort of how you see the president that you elected to sort of do this, drain the swamp. This is how the swamp is being drained.
Yes.